All right, decision 2024, Hawkeye, vote or die. I'll get into the vote or die bit in a few short minutes here. Well, DeSantis, how did he react to the second place finish? Well, he was, my ticket is punched for New Hampshire. Talks about everything being kitchen sink being thrown at him, and they took it. Moving on to New Hampshire, Nikki Haley supposedly is winning there, but she was supposedly ahead in Iowa as well. I don't know how it's going to turn out. In New Hampshire, everyone, you don't have to be a member of the party in order to vote in the primaries there, which is going to change things up to some degree. The DeSantis team was none too happy after various different networks declared Donald Trump the winner after some caucus sites had started voting. He said it's absolutely outrageous that the media would participate in election interference by calling the race before tens of thousands of Iowans had a chance to vote. The media's in the tank for Trump, and this is the most egregious example yet. Trump's got basically a Praetorian guard of the conservative media. Fox News, the websites, all this stuff said at a recent campaign stop. They just don't hold him accountable because they're worried about losing viewers and they don't want to have the ratings go down. He's not wrong. Okay, he's not wrong. Again, part of the lawsuits that took place in regards to Fox News this past year, some of the information that came out. Fox News was none too happy after Newsmax started gaining all sorts of viewers. So many people dropped their Fox Nation membership after the election in 2020 when they called. I think it was Arizona. Excuse me. I think it was when they called Arizona for Biden. People started freaking out. Now, in this situation, I don't know why. These networks would start calling it, especially in a caucus state, because then again, once people, you know what, the weather's terrible. My guy's already lost. I'm not going to go out. They knew exactly what they were doing. And again, we were told that there was going to be a record turnout in Iowa, and that just wasn't the case. I think the turnout was about as strong as it was in 2012. And again, you throw weather into that as well. But if you start calling a state where various counties haven't fully reported or in some cases haven't started participating yet, and people are, basically, geez, should I go out in this weather to go caucus for my candidate? They're not going to do that. So again, does he have a point? Yeah, he does. Okay. Again, I know I'm going to get the emails and comments from our listeners there in regards to, all right, well, now what, Chris? What do you see happening next, Chris? Who are you going to vote for? Chris, I did see various different sites out there today basically stating, Trump basically pushed out a conciliatory tone yesterday, saying that all of the candidates have got to come together now and kind of circle the wagons when it comes to this. We'll see. No, all of you people that, have sent me, are you going to vote for Trump now? No, I'm not. I wouldn't vote for Haley either. Yeah, I fall under the Rand Paul camp. In fact, I was talking about Haley before Rand Paul did. I don't understand her allure at all when it comes to the Republican Party. You want more wars? She scares the hell out of me, for crying out loud. She really does. She wants to dump another, it's give Ukraine another blank check. No, I don't want Nikki, so I wouldn't vote for her either. Is that saying that I won't come around to Trump? I don't know. I don't know. It depends. It depends. If he decides that he's going to, put together, put together a team, and I starts putting in place guys that I have a great deal of respect for in various different positions, and he decides to take the mantle as pretty much the guy at the three-ring circus there, right there, running the whole thing from the middle. He wants to be the big band leader, whatever you want to call it, conduct the show. As long as he puts really smart people around him, he allows them to do what they need to do. Maybe I don't know. We shall see. But again, this race is coming down to, it's going back. It reminded me when I said vote or die. There was an episode of, again, one of my opinion, one of the best commentaries on life in the United States, life in general, over the past few decades. South Park, brilliant program. Again, you got Trey Parker and Matt Stone who put this together. They're equal opportunity bashers, which I have a great deal of respect for. Very much libertarian guys. They did an episode back in 2004. Excuse me, and it was called Douche or Turd. Basically, to make a long story short, the kids of South Park, they have a mascot at their elementary school. And the folks from PETA come in and hold a massive protest. And the school administrators basically, fall in line with PETA, and they make them get rid of their cow. It's the South Park Cows. That was their school mascot. PETA said you couldn't have a cow as a mascot. So the kids in the show, who are, the troublemakers, they, basically push for two ridiculous candidates for the next mascot for South Park. And one is a giant douche, and the other one is a turd sandwich. And it comes down to an election. And you watch the episode, and the giant douche campaign materials look a little bit like John Kerry's. And the turd sandwiches materials looked a lot like George W. Bush's. And basically, the commentary is this, these candidates are equally as bad, I guess. And one of the kids actually gets banished from South Park. Why? Because he refuses to vote. He doesn't see the point in it. He doesn't understand the point in a contest between a giant douche and a turd sandwich. And the town actually banishes him. Oh, you have to vote. That is your civic duty. You must vote. And they banish him from the town. They actually bring in, I don't remember if you remember at the time, Puff Daddy was running a ridiculous campaign at that point in time called Vote or Die. And they actually made fun of that, where they bring Puff Daddy and the gangsters on, and they're basically threatening this kid Stan in the show that they're going to kill him with their guns. Vote or die, vote or die. It was genius, quite frankly. The show was brilliant. But neither here nor there. This is a very interesting election where you have the majority of the people in the country do not want to see an election between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Yet that's what we're going to get. That's what we're going to get. That's what we're going to have at this point in time. It's going to be it's going to be Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and the majority of the country doesn't even want to have that. Something's wrong with this picture. But anyway, WatchDog on WallStreet.com.